Are we live? Okay, I got an error. Hello, hello. It's not Wednesday, but it's Thursday. How's everybody doing? We're gonna do a live, folks. We're gonna do a 5-card pull. I don't know how many people I'm gonna get tonight because it is nice out. Oh, I think I was picking raspberries. My husband and I. Hello, Grace. And I either have a scratch or I think it's like berries. Anyways, how's everybody doing? We're gonna shuffle, and I have a subject topic that I'm gonna pull cards for because it's very dear, close to my heart lately. Hello, Amanda. We're gonna pull cards. It's interesting because I'm gonna pull cards for the intent that I'm going to put out into the universe. Now, the amazing thing is that the cards I pull can be for your own intention. That's how this works, because there are no wrong or right ways to do this. We're all connected. We're all fluid. We are all everything and nothing at the same time. Oh, let that bake your noodle. We are all everything and all nothing at the same time. Let that sit. So the topic is how the intent in the topic. I spoke about this before, but I think it deserves a recap, a refresher. Is the practice of the power of positivity. Because I am sensing, and I'm guilty of this too, that I am being drawn to negative self-talk and negative, allowing myself to harbor and feed and fuel those negative thoughts and emotions. And, you know, some things are meant to deal with, but let's deal with them and then let them go. Lately I've been dwelling on some things and I feel like I'm not the only one either. We're getting kind of sucked into the deep and the dark and the place that we shouldn't be, okay? So the intent for tonight, and we're gonna, I'm just shuffling right now, but we're gonna, I want to stimulate our energies because I feel like this is really a good thing to do in lieu of like anxiety or panic attacks or just trying to connect with yourself, you know, and the divine. But just connecting with yourself, just finding some centering of yourself is really important lately, folks. We just had a full moon. So if you were embarking on anything or you had any ideas that come up, now is the time to implement them. So you manifest before a full moon or on a full moon, and now is the time to put those manifestations and those ideas and those plans and those goals into action. Because with, how's that go again? How's my saying go? There's motivation with momentum. So you have to have motivation for momentum, and you have to have momentum for motivation. So it's kind of like what's coming through right now is like this fair ride. I don't know what it's called, but you start out like this and it goes all the way up and then it goes all the way back. So we need momentum to push us up and then to bring us back down. You get it? So we need momentum. We need that momentum to stay focused and to stay balanced and centered. So, all right. That is the topic for tonight that we're going to pull cards. We're going to pull 5. I'm going to do a closing card, but not an opening card. Oh, I want to say congratulations to JoJo, Mary Jo Blodgett. She won the random drawing for the discounted service. So what she did is she watched a live to its completion. And at the end of the live, I announced that a word. And so you were supposed to comment, and I'll do this for July too. So at the end of this video, I will give you a prompt. I will give you a word to put in the comments. And so then you comment, and then whoever comments, your name will go in. Hello, Chad. Your name will go in at the end of July for a discounted session. You can either have an in-person or remote oracle card reading, or in-person or remote Reiki or shaman journey, because my husband, he does that. He can actually do remote journeying and remote Reiki. I guess it's more of a remote journey, but the Reiki kind of goes along with it. And I can do in-person readings and remote as well. Ooh, I've got a new scent here. I know you can't smell it, but maybe you can, because like there's what is that called? There's clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, and what's the fourth one? Somebody help me. Clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, and there's another clair. Anyways, there's one with like smell. The other day, so I can vouch for this, because the other day I was picking berries, and if you know me, this is prime time picking berry season. I have gardens of wild black raspberries, and I make jam every year. So I was out there picking, and all of a sudden it was like a strong whiff of Palo Santo came. And if you've burned Palo Santo, it's a very distinctive smell. I wouldn't say it's pungent, but it's just one of those like patchouli and like garlic. You absolutely know those scents. And I was like, okay, is this me, or like, is it like a piece of wood or something, you know? I smelt it. So yeah, I should have asked. I always forget that. I always forget to ask Spirit. But the scent that I have going on tonight is a couple drops of lemongrass, a couple drops of vetiver, and a couple drops of either, I think it's called chamomile or chamomile. So this has a very kind of lemony, it's different. It's not too citrusy, because it's like a really grounding, it's like an earthing lemony smell. So that's what I have going on tonight. I know you guys like to participate too. So, okay. If you're just tuning in, we're going to activate our energies, okay? So bring your spirit guides out. Side note, this has come into our like what we're supposed to like practice and do, is you can command your spirit guides, because that's their job and that's what they want you to do. They want you to call on them. They want you to command them. And try that with your spirit guides. If you haven't, you can command them. You can say, I command you to do this for me. And I have two that I use currently right now. There are more, but I haven't quite connected deeply with the other ones. I want to. I just need to take the time and just meditate a couple times in order to like connect that relationship. But so my Andy is my Pegasus, and he's like my strength and my courage and my protector. And he was a dragon, but he got hurt in battle, and he can no longer breathe fire, so he became a Pegasus. And then I have a little pink dragon, and her name is Eula for short. And she's the Spitfire. She's the childlike one, the one that never shuts up, the one that always asks the questions. And she's more like, she's closer to my ego, like this. And so she can breathe fire. So anytime I need intense protection and intense guidance, and just say I want to like, cut a cord and burn it, or, just burn things around my energy, I let those two merge. And when they did that during a meditation, that was so, so cool that they came together. Yeah, I will try to find a picture of what in my human mind, what Eula looks like to me. And if you don't know, where is Pegasus? Here he is. Here's Andy. My husband got this for Christmas. So this is what Andy looks like in my human mind. He looks like this. So this is what he represents. Oh, and I rub his star for good luck. Okay, we're getting off topic here. But it's so fun. I like to share what goes on in my world. Share what goes on in your world. This group of 478 like-minded people. We are here. So I'm giving everybody like a big, super, super little virtual internet hug. So there. It's a safe space. Okay, let's activate our energies. Now that we got some oil. So sit with your legs uncrossed. If you can, try to put flat feet. I'm trying because I'm short on one end. All right. And so start rubbing your hands together. Clear your mind. We're going to take a couple deep breaths. Hold it. Let it out. There's power in the breath, folks. Breathe in, hold it. Focus on your heart chakra. Okay, because we want to open that up. And what I want you to do is I want you to set aside all doubts tonight. I want you to set aside any conflict or controversy or compromise. I don't know why I'm using C words, but it's just coming to me. Let's put all that aside for this time that we are together. And let's just be in the moment, be in the present, and be positive. Okay? No negative vibes. No. They're not going to serve us right now. Okay. Get your hands hot. Okay? This is a great technique to teach your kids how to get out of their head when they're having a panic attack, or if you're an adult. All right. Get them hot and then bring them apart. Ooh. Do you feel that? Now, if you've never done this before, I want you can either try two different things. You can either close your eyes and feel the energy between your hands, and you want to use your imagination, because that's where intuition also comes from. And imagine there's this ball of energy. White, yellow, glowing. Maybe you want yours a different color. But it's, pulsating through your hands. Now I feel mine in my fingertips and on the bottom of my palms. Now tonight I feel a lot of it in my fingertips. And play with it a little bit. Now, mine used to really feel intense here. But since I've been in this spiritual lifestyle, I feel like it's growing. I feel like it's out here. You can't really see it, but it's like kind of by my shoulders. And that's where it feels like the pulling, like if you can kind of, like if you had strings attached to your fingers, that's kind of how it feels. And just play with it a little bit. This is your energy. Do you feel it? Really allow yourself to feel your energy in this moment. Be present with yourself in this very moment. There's nothing else you need to be doing right now except listening to my voice, focusing on the words, focusing on your energy. Isn't that cool? And then like when I start pulsating, I can feel it like on the bottom of my palms. And then when I bring it out, oh, it's so cool. So if you have an intent, I want you to put it inside this ball of energy. Really manifest what you want and be very specific. If it's something red you want, make sure you say red. And we want to manifest things for the highest good that doesn't hurt anyone. We want to manifest things that are good for us, but good for the collective too. I know that seems impossible, but if you think about, like for instance, you can keep playing with your ball here. I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about why stuff happens. And sometimes you can manifest without even knowing it. So this particular woman, she kept saying over and over, oh God, I wish I had a new car. I wish I had a new car, because her car was a piece of shit and it could never run. Well, guess what happened? She ended up getting into almost a life-threatening accident. She's okay, but she got into an accident and her car was totaled. So she ended up manifesting a new car, but there was a consequence in order to get that car. So when you're manifesting winning the lottery or something, make sure you add in those details. We are going to be responsible if we win the lottery. When we win the lottery, we will donate a portion to charity or to our families, and we will live responsible. However that might look to you. I'm just using the lottery as an example. But careful what you wish for. You have to be specific. All right, folks, put your intent into your ball. And I want you to imagine if your higher source or your divine, whatever that looks like to you, I'm picturing Jesus right now, and he has his hands out to me. And I'm going to give my ball of intentional energy to him as a gift, because he gave me today alive to live today. So I'm gonna kindly give him back my little bit of energy, and my manifestation is gonna be in it, and I'm gonna give it to him. Take it. Woo! I felt my arms get tingly. Take it. So we thank the universe for giving us this day. I thank the universe for allowing us to connect today. I thank the universe for allowing myself to embrace my intuitive abilities. We all have them. It's just a matter of embracing them and allowing them and working with them and learning and growing to bring them forward. Okay? All right. And the universe is going to gift us with some really cool, intuitive card readings tonight. Hello, William. You're not too late. All right, I'm going to shuffle these one more time. The topic is, I'm going to ask the cards, how can we individually and collectively work on practicing the power of positivity? We need it there. And that will help manifest your dreams by starting thinking positively. Okay, there. I've shuffled enough. I trust that I shuffled enough. I'm going to pull 5 cards. Oh, we've got some good ones. 5 card pull. Oh, there's a lot of green. There's a lot of green. And this makes kind of a lot of sense because in the beginning I asked for us to open our heart chakra. So this is green, this is a little bit of blue-green, this is green, and then there's a green hot air balloon. So we got a lot of green going on. All right, so we're gonna start. I'm gonna show you them all. I'm gonna interpret the cards, and then we will read a little bit from the book. All right, because I want to keep this under an hour. Okay, we got 47, Sacred Pool. This card comes up quite a bit. We have 49 is the Talisman. We have 53, Listening. I think that's going to be our focal card because that's like right in the middle. So that's like our center, the Listening. Oh, that's a good one. 38 is Heal the Ouch. Oh. And Rescue, 16. Okay. Now, you guys please comment here because this is our space. This is our time. I want to hear how you guys interpret the card because maybe there's something that you interpret that I don't, and that's okay. So here it is. Eventually, folks, I want to get like a camera so I can do like the fancy girls where they paint their nails and they talk with their hands and they do like this stuff. So that's my goal. I just have to figure out how to do that. All right, I'm going to look at this card. Okay, so there's a girl and she's floating in this pool. She's not scared. She's not drowning. She's definitely not dead. But there's like, I feel like this white kind of ribbony smoke is like, it's not really smoke. It's like spirit. It's like her, it's like the essence. And she is still. And she's floating. So think back to when you were a kid, or maybe you just did this in your pool, but when you are floating and then the water is covering your ears, so everything is kind of like amplified differently through the water. And I think that'll come more with this card, the Listening. And you're floating and you're like weightless. And your head is just above the water, like for safety. Oh, there's also a little bird in here. There's also a little bird. I didn't recognize that. I do need to get a camera. I really need to get a camera and do this part. This would. But okay. But when I hold this card back, there's also like. Can you guys see it? Like right here? That's what I see. This like V-shaped aura too. So I think the first message is stillness and just allowing ourselves to be still. And this girl, she doesn't have a care in the world. She ain't paying the bills. She's not grocery shopping. She's not changing that flat tire. She is just allowing herself to float effortlessly. That's the word. Okay. I was waiting. I'm like, hello, Robin. I'm like, where's the word? Where's the word? I usually get a word. So effortlessly. So once you start practicing the power of positivity and start out small, just start out with maybe one thing each day. And I recommend writing it down because there is power when you put the pen to the paper. And write down what positive, like a positive affirmation or something positive that happened to you that day, or a positive, if something not quite positive happened that day, how you looked at it positively, or how you reacted to it positively, or how you interpreted it positively. Write those things down. Because then when you look back, say you've done you've done it over and over, and you want to be like, okay, what was going on in my life when I first started like practicing this positivity? And what is going on now? Like what have I learned, and how are my thoughts differently now? All right, that's what I'm getting. We're going to read from the book. That's a good starter. So the word is, what's the word? What's the word I love? I fucking lost the word already. Allow. Oh my God. You guys are going to laugh at me, but I forgot what the word is already. It'll come back to me. The world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Embody the love you wish to see in the world. When you look into the mirror, do you like what you see? The Sacred Pool card asks that you focus on self-love and self-esteem. We are all works in progress, so a detached self-examination made with rigorous honesty is called for now. Reflect by the Sacred Pool and be at peace with yourself. Can you see how far you've come and how magical your life is? Do you notice the spark of the divine shining through your eyes? When you're conscious that you're the embodiment of spirit, it becomes easier to respect yourself and act in good conscience. Then you'll reap the greatest rewards. See the love within you and know that if you cast it upon the waters, it will return to you tenfold. Be at peace, for you are beautiful and loved. Act with surety and confidence, and success shall be yours, whatever you inquire. I like that. I like that. I wish I could remember what word I just said. I'm sorry, but this is happening to me, and I don't think it's just age. I think it's my upgrade or something. It'll come back to me. I know it will. Okay, how's everybody feeling so far with the first card? All right. Next card, Talisman. Now, if you don't know what a talisman is, from what I have looked up definition-wise, it's kind of like, am I wearing my, yes. So a talisman is like wearing a crystal or a rock or some kind of physical ornamental thing that represents something to you. And she's got like this ball, which is interesting because we practiced like stimulating our ball of energy. But it's balanced. So she's using, you know, her lucky talisman to balance herself out. I like that little dragon there. What do you guys get off of that? It's like made of lace or something. It's not a pet. And then there's a path that's like winding, because time is not linear. I just had my astrology chart, my birth chart done. And it's very interesting because if you hear me talk about spirals, we talk about that time is not linear. And it's like there's 12 houses, and each one represents something different. And so for every 7 years, you go in this circle, and you're in a different house at every year. So every 7 years, you come back at a different age, but to that same house. So say, for instance, the first house is about letting go and finding yourself, okay? So, and you're at a certain age, say you're at 30. And so if you go all the way around, that would be 12. So like every 12 years, you end up with that issue again. Or not that issue, but you're going to be stronger and you're going to like let something go. That's so cool. It was very interesting. And so like you keep aging and it becomes like a spiral. So every 12 years you have a 12-year cycle. It was really interesting. I think I have posted it on the group. Her name is Ash Astrology. And she does, it was like an hour and a half for $125. It was so cool. She goes very in depth. So if you're interested in that, private message me for more information. Now, I believe this is a runes symbol, and I haven't dabbled in runes just yet. I want to, but I want to find a homemade rune set. I don't want to find one that's made out of plastic. So if anybody knows of like a handmade or really authentic wooden, or even out of stone, I would even buy one out of stone, let me know. Let's read from the book from that one. I feel like I said a lot already. Just one more thing. So when I look at it, I'm trying to think of a word. How we can practice the power of positivity. Oh, so focal point. I'm going to write down the word this time. So I guess focus or a talisman would be like a focal point. So for instance, if I am in a situation and I need to really react in a positive way, I would put this in my hand and I would ask the divine for strength and for some positive words and some positive feedback to get through this situation in a positive way. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right thing to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons and earned the right to your success. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense because we are going to, I think the word was allow. Please, if you're watching, help me out with this because I'm really struggling on trying to remember what word that came up. Wasn't it allow? I thought it was allow. So we're allowing ourselves to be more mindful of when we need to practice more positivity. And then with this, we might have caught ourselves. So we're kind of like into it. And this is like phase 2. So we have caught ourselves in many situations where we have caught ourselves and cued ourselves to practice that. And we have found a focal point, whatever it may be. Maybe you play a song. Maybe you have an affirmation or a poem that you read. Maybe you just need to take some breath works or use some oils, anything. Find something that helps you get out of that negative mindset and try to react positively or think positively. So we did that. The next one is listening, and I think that's pretty obvious. Listen. Listen, Linda. Listen. Listen to your heart. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your gut. That's where I feel my intuition. I think that's where the pun comes from. Your gut instinct. But that's not the only way. That's where I feel it. But some people might get like just a cold sensation. Or I sometimes will get like anxiety out of it if I'm like in a fight or flight, like, okay, I'm not thinking about anything, but I'm getting like an anxiety attack. So I think that was Spirit's way this last year of really bringing my intuition forward and being like, hey, you're not listening to your gut, so now we're going to really make you uncomfortable because you're not listening. So listen to your body. It will tell you things. It will tell you things before intuition. Guaranteed. You're going to probably feel it in your body first until you actually kind of get in tuned to the messages. So he's a big guy. He's a big animal. He's strong, but he's got his head down, like he's surrendering. And there's like music notes. So maybe this big guy is like the music of the birds. So find your song. Find a way that you can stop and listen. Do that. Okay? Listen. Because there might be some interesting messages in that song. Or your song. Listening. We need to listen more with our hearts and less with our head. That's the message. Listen. Listen to your heart when it's calling for you. Okay, 53. An open heart will hear the message. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and a time to be silent. Hello, Renee. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment. For the deeper message is not always obvious. Listen with your heart, not just your ears, and you'll find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. I was listening to a podcast today, and it was kind of about, intuition and how to kind of learn more about your intuition. And I can vouch for this. So when I pull cards for myself or pull cards for clients, I let them know that there might be things that I tell you that you're going to go, oh, that doesn't make a lot of sense, or that's not resonating. But let it stew, because it might be 3 days, it might be 3 months, 3 weeks, it might come down, it might be 3 years before this message makes sense. Let's hope it doesn't take 3 years. That's a long time to be sitting waiting for a message, you know what I mean? But so when you get a message, that's why I like to write stuff down, because then if something happens and I'm gonna be like, okay, this like came out in my card. Hello, Tanya or Tanya. I don't know how you say yours. I'm Tanya with an A, so I don't know if you're Tanya with an A or Tanya with an A. But welcome. And so, what was it? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I totally lost it. What was I talking about? Oh, listening. Oh, so the message might come later because you might not need it. I can interpret the message to you, but you might not actually go, oh, until, hello, Sarah, until after the fact. Lots of people are watching or coming on. I only have 4 eyes on it, but there's a lot of new viewers coming in. So stay here, okay? There's 2 more cards that we're going to do yet. So that, just because we have a message doesn't mean we have to like go and do something on it right away. Let it bake a little bit, okay? All right. So that's the power of positivity. Okay, listen. So allow, I'm going to say it's allow. Yep. And then, hello, Travis. And then find a focal point and then listen. Okay, that's how you're going to practice the power of positivity. The next one is 38, and that's heal the ouch. Okay, so right away when I say it out loud, heal the ouch, it's basically kind of telling me to reverse the negative. So if you have negative thoughts, try to practice gratitude, grace and gratitude. See if I can find a great example. So you stubbed your toe. You stubbed your toe. And why did you stub your toe? Probably because you were either going too fast or something was in the way, you didn't pick it up. So to put a spin on that negative situation, you want to thank the universe because it made something aware to you. It either made that you need to slow down and watch where you're going, or you need to clean up your messes and make things less clutter and make things more peaceful for you. So heal the ouch. So reverse the negativity. Because everything happens for a reason. So that's what I mean by healing the ouch. Reversing the negativity into positive. Try that. Write it down. All right. That's my interpretation. 38. I've done these 5-card draws now for like the past 3-4 times, and this is my jam. I really like doing a 5-card pull, and I pull them all at the same time. This is a time for great soothing of the heart, body, soul, and mind, as this card indicates that healing will be prevalent in your life now. If you feel drawn to study the healing arts, you'll be successful developing your natural capacity. However, the message may be that you're being called to change your behaviors in order to heal the earth. Perhaps you'll switch to a cruelty-free diet, eating less meat, or perhaps you'll pay more attention to how much water or electricity you use. You're asked to be conscious of your footprint on the sacred earth and all of life, and to commit to the healing path. The Heal the Ouch card may also be an indicator of old wounds and broken bonds being mended. Reconciliations are possible now. Let bygones be bygones. Oh, that's another great interpretation. So, let it go. Also, let it go. That's reversing that's reversing that negative. It's letting it go. You can't control it any longer. You never could. It's in the past. Move the fuck on. Right. All right. How are we feeling? We got this one. Allow, talisman, focal point, focus, listen to your heart, heal the ouch, reverse the negativity. All right, the last card is rescue, and it's number 16. And there's that green. We've got a lot of green going on tonight. All right. This card came up a couple weeks back. Rescue. So I see some smoke coming out of the stack. Feel free to interpret as I put the card up. I leave it up for a reason so you guys can use your intuition. Just spout off like the first thing that comes to your mind, because that's how intuition works. It's the first thing that comes right to your mind. That's how we can tap into our intuition, is with imagination and creativity. There's also like this, so like, okay, the first thing that comes to my mind is like this girl here, and she's like wants to be rescued. And the first thing that comes to my mind is that Super Mario, isn't it, where they have to rescue the gorilla? Is that Super Mario Brothers? Okay. So we just had this one, which was letting go and healing the ouch. And now this is like rescue. So what do you rescue? What do you rescue? Do you rescue, what needs rescuing? Things that are lost, things that are left behind, things that are wounded. We got the Heal the Ouch card. What else needs to be rescued? What do we need to rescue? I think, like, okay, so what's calling out when I'm like repeating the word rescue over and over is after we kind of like let that go. Okay, that makes sense. Help others. Oh, that's funny. That's funny, William. Yes, we can rescue ourselves by practicing. I love that. Thank you for tuning in, for contributing, William. I love it. We can rescue ourselves from the negativity. Great. But once we kind of get into this and we know like what we need to do, we are cued, we are mindful, we are practicing it, we see results, and now others, we can help others. We can help others practice that positivity, and not only like help them actually like tell them, you know, with your mouth, and but they can just by you practicing that, it's like a law of attraction. Hello, Erica, I miss you. Stay tuned because we have the promo for July. You have to watch to the very end to get your name in for a drawing. So everybody keep watching. I promise it won't be much longer. I'd like to keep it to an hour. So rescue, God, I just lose. I cannot be distracted. Rescue. So by the law of attraction, the universe has no choice but to that person is going to start. It's kind of intoxicating, I guess, the word I want to say. So when you're positive, your positivity is intoxicating to the people around you, and it's kind of like a crying baby syndrome. When a baby starts to cry in church or whatever, then like more babies start crying. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that not babies start crying when you're positive, but you get my drift. Okay. So that's what I think this card represents, is rescuing ourselves fully and then helping others and others around us. And then like, so the water is cleansing and it's going to just come naturally. Like when you practice that positivity, you're going to catch yourself and it's just going to come naturally, like flow. Naturally flow. Whew, I love doing 5-card draws, you guys. I love it. I don't know. It's like my flow is just on with 5 cards. Asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. If you find yourself troubled, you can expect help with whatever issue is at hand now. You need only ask, and assistance will come your way. The most important support you can expect is from Spirit. Get into a right relationship with divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic. That is like why we are manifesting positivity and why we are manifesting in a positive way. Get into a right relationship with divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic to provide you with all the help you need. Ask and you will receive. There is no need to fear. Safety is a place within. I'm going to read reversed. Are you trying to rescue another? Do you believe your love can change someone and miraculously heal this person? Or are you waiting to be rescued? Do you believe that someone will sweep you off your feet and take away all your troubles? The rescue card cautions you against romanticizing your situation right now. Look closely and see reality as it is rather than the illusion of how you'd like it to be. You need to step back and rescue yourself. Trust that Spirit will guide you to expose the illusion, that you may discern the difference between truth and fantasy. Oh, wow. Yeah, we can manifest our truth and fantasy. Okay, how's everybody feeling? How's everybody feeling? Okay, so as my viewers, I'm going to give the word now, and then I'm going to pick a closing card. So if you've been tuning on, because I think Erica and there's some other people that are new to this month. So when I do a live for whatever it is, if it's the self-love workbook live, or if it's just a full moon, not just, if it is the full moon card pull, or a forgiveness ceremony card pull, or the usual 5 card pull that I do every week. If you watch to the end and pay attention, I'm gonna give a word. Now today's word is let's do positivity. Okay? Or POP, power of positivity. Okay? Either or. So pop, power of positivity to make it short, or just positivity. So put that in the comments right now. And whoever comments to this live or replay, their name will go into a drawing at the end of each month for a discounted session with, you can either have a card pull with me, remote or in person, or my husband does like Reiki and journeys with Reiki, remote and in person. Okay, William, you're the first one. But I think we started, there was a full moon video that I did last, when was the full moon? The days are all mixing together. Was it Monday? Tuesday, I think I did the full moon card. So go back to that video and pay attention to that word, okay? All right, so I have to put William's name down. So then, oh, and Erica, cool. And then it's a discounted, and it's valid for 60 days. So Jojo, that's her handle, but Mary Jo Blodgett won for June. All right, so that is the gist of the promos. It's a way to get my husband and I the name out there, and just a way to kind of wrangle people in that want to just feel better lately, because who doesn't? There's a lot of shit going around. All right, this is our closing card, okay? And this is for the collective. A soul no. You see it? See it? A soul no. Okay. Even before I read it, I am getting like this lightning, these cracks. So like lately, this collective weird ass energy, you don't even have to like be on a spiritual journey to be exposed to it. If you start watching other things beyond like the mainstream news, looks like the end of days. It's the beginning. It's the beginning. Not the end of days. It's the beginning, William. If you get yourself away from the mainstream media and start, doing your own research. There's a couple people that we follow. One of them that I really like, and when I first watched her video, it's Elizabeth April, and I think she's on YouTube, TikTok. I'm not sure if she's on a lot of Facebook, but for sure she's on YouTube. And I watched her for the first time, and she talked about like the Galactic Federation and all of this like weird jumbo. But I posted her latest video to the group, and it brought me to tears because it was so moving. And so get yourself exposed to more things that are going to cut deeper than just the mainstream, because that's all propaganda and that's all corruptive control. So stop watching the mainstream media, the news. So the soul no. I feel like this is like the universe telling us and really wakening us up, cracking us wide open, and instantaneously. Like there are people that are going to be forced awake. Like, I know it sounds Star Warsy, but I meditated and let's see, a couple days ago, and I was asking about like what is going on with like all this alien stuff. And so the message that I got in my meditation was basically there are, and you can just whatever, I'm just telling you what I got when I meditated. It's like there's going to be aliens coming down in these pods. And nothing wrong with Star Wars. Good. Because I'm a Star Wars wife, all right, by marriage. So like these aliens are going to come down in these pods, and they're going to like basically kind of abduct a human, but the alien will take kind of like a clone and take over, and then the human will go somewhere and like kind of like they won't be in their physical because their physical body will still be here, but the alien will take it over. And so then the human, the soul, will basically go to the divine or wherever this I got like nebular. The place that they're going is nebular. And so I had to look up what nebular mean, and it was like a collection of dust that becomes a star. Okay. So they're going to be up there, and they're going to be getting their download, and basically when they're going to be like forced to awaken. So that was what I meditated. And I got that like there will be subtle hints as to, okay, this person is acting just a little strange, like what's going on. So I got that some would remember that they were like, that they were ascended, and that they had their download, and that they were like forcefully awakened. And some it'll just be like, oh, I feel different, this doesn't bother me anymore, and I'm really drawn to this now. So some will be subtle, and some will be like exactly what they were waiting for. That's what I got. That's what I got when I meditated. You can do whatever you want with that. Trust when you feel something that is not meant for you. You can say no with grace to yourself and others. If it doesn't feel good, it's not for you. Have confidence and trust in your decisions and choices. And if you are struggling with making the choices, use your intuition. How does your gut feel? And some things that my husband and I both experience when we are like kind of really tapped into our intuition is there's like a word or something that keeps repeating itself, or like an action. Like we were just talking about this earlier, and my husband's like, yeah, like when I was doing Reiki on so-and-so, I kept getting, go back to her heart, go back to her heart, go back to her heart. So he starts at one end and just scans the whole, like all your chakras when you're laying on the table. And he kept getting like, go back to the heart, go back to the heart. So he had to physically move and start scanning and go back to the heart, and like she needed more work, or this person needed more work on the heart chakra. If it doesn't feel good, it's not for you. That's the ending message. Okay? And that's okay. Pay attention. Be mindful. Allow things not to feel good, because that's going to be your message. That's going to be your next step. If it doesn't feel good, you need to do something. You need to like make a decision. You need to decide which way you want to go. Okay. We're almost done here. Okay. So I'm really, really, really hoping that I can still do the self-love workbook this Sunday. I don't really have anything going on that would interfere with it. I thank everybody that has joined the group. We have 478 members. Isn't that impressive? And it's only been like, I think it'll be 2 years this December, because I think I started this Facebook group. And go ahead and go over to Third Crow Energies, because that is my husband and I's, that's like our Facebook page where we kind of handle our business. Our business cards are known that, and that's where we kind of branded our business. So if you like these Wednesday and Thursday nights, it's every other Wednesday, every other Thursday, because I have prior engagements that flip-flop. So if you like these, comment that you like the 5-card draws. And if you have a topic that we should pull cards for, leave that in the comments as well. So if you want your name put in for July's discounted session drawing, please comment on here, POP, power of positivity, or just the word positivity. Whatever floats your boat. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Oh, yes, I am still learning as well, William. We are all just expanding, and I'm just a sponge. Like, I can't get enough of learning all about this, because there's going to, if we have to like stay stimulated, we have to stay on top of it, because we will get that one thing that's going to go, oh my God, that makes sense, or I want to do that. So keep learning, keep putting yourself out there, and be safe. Good night, folks. See ya Sunday.